Three, two, one, record.
Welcome, everybody. I'd like to just welcome you to this new YouTube channel that me and my partner in crime, Ross, are going to be doing once a week. Before we get started about what this is about, I would just like Ross to introduce himself.
Thanks,
I'm
Bruce.
Bruce, by the way.
Thanks, Bruce. It's glad to be here. And I'm Ross Cox from originally from Spring Arbor, Michigan. Grew up there, born and raised. And after college, I somehow, in a long way, ended up going from Midwest to East Coast and ended up out in the wonderful state of Kansas. And I've been here for 20 some plus years right now, and I own my own local business, and I've been in the industry for 24 years, and I've been in that industry 16 years of it as my own business owner. And we all have the aches and pains of owning our own business. The other side about me is I've got a wife and kids. I've got a wife that I've been married to for 30 some years now, and got three boys, all past college or in college, and are all working their side of things of building their dreams as well. So we are here tonight because Bruce and I have hooked up together. He's known as the Northern Tech. I'm a tech in my field, so that's kind of how our connections came together. But we both work hard and long hours, and we've done it for years, and we've been looking for something different. And we have teamed up and hooked up together, and we have found something that we believe is really amazing, and we're going to help a lot of people out with that. And that's why we've come together. So, Bruce, that's a tidbit about me. There's, I could probably go on and on and on and give you all the boring facts, but let's hear a little bit about you and where you started and where you came from.
Well, I'm from Canada, from the province called Alberta, which is right above Montana, and I'm originally from Red Deer, Alberta, but moved to Calgary, which is just 2 hours south. Went to college, took electronics, and then the reason why I'm called North Tech is I went to Inuvik, which is right on the Beaufort Sea or the Arctic Ocean, right at the very, very top of Canada. And I spent 20 years in the Arctic. I've been all over the Arctic. I experienced 24-hour sunshine, 24-hour darkness, minus 40 below. In Fahrenheit and Celsius, it's the exact same temperature. It's cold. So I have four kids. Complicated. I have two kids that are my fault, 23-year-old and a 21-year-old. I have a stepdaughter who is 17, and I have an adopted 12-year-old daughter. So,
awesome.
I was married 20 years, but because of some life changes, we'll call it the crash in oil, and losing a job, got the opportunity to reinvent myself and change my life. And last year, I got married to the new love of my life, and she's actually in Cambodia right now, and we're just waiting for the paperwork for immigration to go through to come here. So in all this process, I actually kind of had my life had a little bit of a financial explosion, and I am starting over in some ways, but I found a product that works on me, and that's why I'm teamed up with Ross. The product Ross and me have partnered with, I love the product. I use the product. I believe in the product because the product works. And I use it religiously daily because it's so good. Keeps me young. So that being said, the reason why we're here is it's not about pushing product. It's about this crazy guy and this other crazy guy. And one of us has an accent. We're not sure which. Put your comment below and let us know which one you think has an accent, because we're still arguing about that and we're not 100% sure.
So Bruce, you said Canada up there. I've been up there once, and that's real close to Yellowknife area, isn't it? Or what is known as Yellowknife?
Well, Calgary is where I live right now. It's an 18-hour drive from
Okay.
Yellowknife.
Okay.
And I actually spent 13 years in Yellowknife. My parole officer let me leave after 13 years. No, just joking. But in Yellowknife, if you take a 4-hour plane ride north, you end up in Inuvik.
Okay.
So Yellowknife is kind of in just the subarctic, just below the Arctic Circle. They call it subarctic. Inuvik is just above the Arctic Circle, which
Okay.
means because of, I don't know if you believe in the flat Earth, but that theory doesn't work. But a round Earth, if you believe in the round Earth, if you're above the Arctic Circle, the sun in the summertime rotates above and it just stays going around in a circle, and the sunshine just stays there.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
you get
So
24 hours sunshine.
so it's cold, right?
Not in the summer. It's beautiful
Not
because you get 24 hours sunshine.
but
In the winter,
wintertime it's cold.
the
And
sun goes down. You don't see it for 3 months.
you
You
know,
don't see the sun for
and
3
so
months.
you need a lot of coffee, and you need a lot of healthiness to weather the winter and weather the storm, and till summer comes back around again.
The sad thing is, a lot of people up there don't have a healthy lifestyle because a lot of your fruits and veggies, they fly them up or truck them up, and by the time you get them, they're half rotten or half frozen, or So you look at that, and they charge you for it too. So where
Yep.
you get potatoes down here for $2 a pound, it's
So you
10 or
lose
$12 a pound.
so you lose a lot of nutrients in the process too, and you're not getting a full
Yeah.
in that process.
So a lot of people up there, have pizza, have very, very poor food choices and lifestyle habits.
Mm-hmm.
And they consume, maybe, believe it or not, you may find this hard to believe, they do consume maybe a little bit more alcohol than you would elsewhere.
Well, I can see that in the cold weather and in the remote area that it seems to be up there. I know it's a lot more populated than we think it is, but
Well,
it's still
there's
quite
about,
remote.
in all of Canada's Arctic, there's about 100,000 people right
Okay.
across Canada. So 90% of our population lives within 100 miles of the U.S. border
Wow. Wow.
because it's warm. Farther north you go, the colder it gets.
Well, we'll be
So,
happy to send you the heat when you want it. We get plenty of it down here.
so Ross, I've been kind of creeping your Facebook page there, and I noticed you're really into bicycling. Can you tell me, how long have you been bicycling for? It seems to be one of your passions.
Well, let's just back up. I first took a bicycling trip when I was in college. It was a college class and a college course over interim. We did the California coast from Monterey to Phoenix, Arizona. It was a 500-mile trip over the month. That's kind of what got my
Oh,
first
wow.
taste in the process,
Yeah.
and it kind of never left me. But
Yeah.
um, that was in college, so that was too many years ago to even count at this point. Um, but I kind of got around and kind of was turning into the couch potato
Yeah.
and turning into the depression mode of things that were coming in. And I had to do something. And I wasn't a runner. And I wasn't one to go hang out at the Y and do what everybody else wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I got to the point that my neighbors were asking me what was wrong because they were seeing me limping and hobbling home from work.
Oh, wow.
And so that's kind of what got my life change on a turnaround. So we started looking at healthy products. We started looking at healthy diets and different ways to eat and do things. And you can, as much as you eat and as much as you do, that's a great large part of it. But you also
Yeah.
got to involve an exercise to it. So I kind of remembered the love of bicycling and being that I was having trouble walking and things. That's when I decided that I got a bicycle, and I loved to do it at one time, and I said, let's go do it. Well,
Cool.
needless to say, it started out with a 3-mile bicycle ride.
Okay.
I rode 3 miles, and I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
And I probably recouped 20 minutes before I rode the 3 miles back. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
It took me a month to go from 3 miles to 5 miles,
Yeah.
from 5 to 12,
Okay. Oh,
and
wow.
I was pushing 12 into 15 and 16, and my neighbor seen me riding,
Yeah.
and he introduced me to happen to be a local group that actually rides here in town.
Okay.
So he hooked me up and invited me to go riding with him, and so we would go out in the morning and we'd do a. Well, he took me out and schooled me on a 18-mile ride.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a chore, and once I've seen that I could do that, well, then it just kind of became habit, and we did it every other day for over a year and a half time frame. So right now I'm going on about 3.5, 4 years.
Okay.
Anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 miles a year at this point.
So when you go on these rides, do you just like go to Walmart and get like one of those bikes on
Uh,
sale for, $80 and
you can,
ride that down the road, or?
you can. There are some people that do that. Um, no, I went bike shopping and I got a schooling on bikes.
Okay.
Um, you know how it's like cars. You go see the car that you want,
Yeah.
and then you walk in and you talk to the dealer and he tells you the price, and it's like, oh, I got to go find a different one.
Yeah.
Let's just say bicycles are surprisingly about as expensive as cars.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
the bike
Yeah.
that I want is
Yeah.
almost a $10,000 bike. Um, the bike
And how
that
many people ride in that, and what does it come with air conditioning?
no, the faster you ride, the more win you get.
Oh, wow.
But the bike that I really zeroed in on was about a $4,000 bike, but I didn't
Yeah.
have it, so I went and bought a $800 bike. And then I found out you learned how to accessorize it, just like just like everybody else does on accessorizing things. So from
So I guess the more expensive the bike, the lighter they are and the more
that is
efficient they are.
that is correct. So right now I have about a 21 to 24 pound bike,
Okay.
and the people that I ride with have a 17 to 18 pound bike. So I got to work a whole lot harder to keep up with them.
Like 5 pounds more makes that much of a difference?
Yes, yes, it's a
Well,
night
here's
and
a
day
plug.
different.
Just drink some more of that secret coffee and you can lose 5 pounds
There you
internally
go.
and then
There you
make
go.
up for it on the bike ride.
Well, I figured I got to lose it the other way before I could get my bike to do the other. But
Ah,
no, I do many rides. The local group rides every Wednesday night and every Saturday morning.
yeah.
That's just a local group of whoever wants to come and ride. We do a 20 to a 30-mile ride every weekend, or Wednesday nights are usually a 18-mile ride, and
So
and
wait,
that's just
you
fun.
ride, how many times a week do you ride?
Right now, it's twice a week. Um, if I find time, get off time to more time to go do that, then we take off and go do more. Now, on top of that, Bruce, there's a ride about every oh, there's rides every weekend, but about every
Yeah.
2 to 3 weekends, I go and do an organized ride.
Okay.
And many of these organized rides, they're 50 or 60-mile rides, and that's a 3 to 4 hour ride, and it's to raise money for
50 miles.
50 miles. Okay, and it's to raise money for.
And you, hold on, you can do 50 miles in about 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. That's
um,
insane.
last weekend I did 50, 52, 53, and I was just right at 3 hours and 1 minute, and that's slow.
That's insane. That's
um,
insane.
my my record, I also do bike across Kansas,
Okay.
which is about a 560-mile ride that goes on every year. It's a
Yeah.
7-day ride. We do anywhere from 75 to 85 miles a day, and with supported with SAGs. We also there is a opportunity of any one of those days to go ride 100 miles. And my first 2 years in the process, I rode my 100-mile ride,
Yeah.
and that was 6 hours and 45 minutes my first time.
You can go 100 miles in 6 hours. That's insane.
It is. It is crazy.
The things
And
you don't know about a person, eh?
yeah, it's
Wow.
fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Now, I say 6 hours. That's 6.75 hours riding time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You got stops and sags and meals and things in between there and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's enjoying. So I've gone from riding 5 miles to I can now, 20 miles is now what I used to take me to do three.
So would you say taking this product for many years has helped you
This,
in your health,
oh yes,
chasing better health?
yes. This product has given me more energy.
Okay.
This product has, um, it's kind of funny when I say this, Bruce, but if you feel your body and what goes on inside,
Hmm.
it's just like you can feel what flows through your blood and flows through your veins.
Yeah.
Taking this product, it's cleaned. This is my words. It's cleaned up my blood
Okay.
so that it flows and carries oxygen better. And you put oxygen to your system. Well, guess
Well,
what? It's easier to do things.
I can see the way you ride the bike there. That's amazing. For me, like even just 3 days ago, someone came to me and said, I was pumping. I just dropped my son off. I went to the second largest mall in North America. It's West Edmonton Mall. It used to
Hmm.
be the first largest, but Mall America was invented. But before
Yeah.
that was West Ed. Anyway, so I was just dropping him off at his house, and I went to get some gas. He just ran home. I was pumping the gas, and the attendant came out because he was just about to close down. And my son comes to me and says, "Thanks, Dad." And he looks at me and says, "That's your son?" So he said, yeah, he asked how old I was, and I told him I'm 51. He says, no, 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 you're 31. You can't be 51. So for me, I've had a lot of compliments on for me, it's helped me from aging, I guess you could say. Plus, it's
Hmm.
helped reduce a lot of stress. And I do realize when you put good nutrients in your body, it
It
does
does.
make you feel good, but it helps your brain. You just get rid of all those negative thoughts. And I think if you sit around just fill your body full of sugar and sit on the sofa, and then you're just watching TV all day, it's not, you're just all this negative energy. You just feel like blah.
It's
So
kind of like my boys said. The joke was going around the kitchen table tonight, um, about potatoes and tomatoes.
yeah,
And my boy comes home and says, potatoes and tomatoes, just smash them and bash them. You want to sit
yeah,
around on the couch and become a potato couch sitter.
yeah.
You just smash them and bash them. That's where you're going to be.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, there's 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 a sad story within North America. 50% of people in Canada and US are overweight.
Not Bruce. Not only overweight, but even to the point of obesity, overweight.
Well,
And
and I think of the 50% that are overweight, I think 30 to 40% are like extremely obese.
yeah,
And I think they keep changing the line, what's obese and what's not, because you know
they do it. They do.
22 is not big enough now. 24 and 28 and
They
40,
do it. They do it to make them feel good.
yeah. So but the problem is, a lot of people don't realize too, is when you're overweight, a lot of, like, there's a strain on our healthcare systems,
Hmm.
because a lot of the diseases we're getting are preventable. It's called just getting proper nutrition in your body. Don't sit around and get a bag of no name yellow bag of potato chips. That way I don't get sued, unless no name comes after me. And a bottle of sugar pop. Like, pick your poison.
Yep.
But just sitting there and drinking that away, it's almost as bad as sitting there and drinking hard liquor, because
Yeah.
hard liquor
Well,
takes away from your life. So does
just
junk food.
even the good food, Bruce. We got people right now. The local peach tree guy is coming in with peaches from I don't know if they're California or Texas peaches and Florida peaches that are coming in that they're
Yeah.
bringing in, and they're setting them up in trucks and buying them, and everybody's like, they're now they taste so much better than what you get at the grocery store. And
Well,
even the good food that we're getting at the grocery store is so dumbed down with all the chemicals and with all the way that they're picked too early and whatnot, that the vitamin content and things are in it. It's just it's our whole food source.
well, you
And
realize all these vegetables and fruit when they come through, they radiate them
mhm,
all before they
they
put them
do
out to kill all the little microorganisms and all the microbes and all that, because they
get rid
want
of
us
all
to
the
get sick.
protein.
But you realize um, plumbers, they're the healthiest people on earth. They got the strongest immune systems. Why is that?
Well, yeah, they get a
But
taste from everybody.
you know what I mean,
They just posted. There's an article I just seen here on Facebook,
Yeah.
and everybody's starting to see it about call your lawyer and everything about the Roundup.
Yes, I saw
And
that.
I was reading one of the articles, and the county right here that we're in is listed as one of the number one counties for having the highest Roundup statistics. Now
Wow.
I haven't dug into it yet,
Yeah.
but we're a major farming community where all your
Hmm.
corns and wheats and everything are growing, and that's what they do with them. At the same
Yeah.
time, that's processed and goes to the food market. It's just
Well,
it's a falling down process all the way through, tripled
I,
down.
I I have some good news for you. Um, God bless. Right, our province right next to us is called Saskatchewan. It's probably the flattest place on earth
Hmm.
in Canada. I know in the States you got flatter places, but in Canada. So there's a farmer there. He just invented a new way to deal with weeds
Cool.
using steam.
To steam them out.
He just a hot water tank with water,
Hmm.
boils it, and he just steams it down, and that hot steam, depending when you do it in the stage, he kills all the weeds off, and they die, and it grows. The crops come through, and you don't have to use
Awesome. That'll be
dangerous
that'll be
pesticides.
that'll be huge. That'll be huge with what's to come in the future.
Well,
So
he's just in the process of trying to get it more funding and whatnot, but hopefully it's patented, because now the secret's out, you could say. But it
right,
was on the
right.
news, so that's how I know about it. But it's all good.
But cool.
Awesome.
It is. It is. So that's what makes these products so great. That's why we've got involved with them, and we're I just tell you right now. I just ordered last night the weight loss. I ran out of them. I've been out of them for a
Yeah.
while, and it's like I need to get back on them and start seeing what I can do with them.
Well,
So
even
I know you had a great result with that, Bruce.
but
I heard.
can I tell you a little secret though? I just went to the mall, the biggest mall, for 3 days,
Yeah.
and I went there with my cousin and nephew and nieces, and we just had burgers and fries and all these stuff for 3 days.
Well, you know what? That's part of the fun of it.
So I
If
fell
you
off the
take
wagon, but no. Basically, what happened was I lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks.
wow,
The
wow,
scary thing
that's
is I gained almost all of it back in a
in one
in
weekend.
a weekend binge.
Yeah, but look at it. It allowed you to have that sweet moment,
But
and
but I'm going to tell you though, once you start taking it and you start feeling that you're dropping and losing weight, the
yep,
mindset is, I feel so much better. You know what I mean?
yes, I do, I do.
So I actually, and even when you're at the pool, because you're not walking around pregnant looking like all the other 50-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and then they tell you what are you doing, and then it's a simple little, it's fun, and I get paid to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, when you get paid to do the things that you do, the things that you love, why not? It's
yeah.
it's all fun at that point. But
And like a lot of people, they either have wealth but they lose their health, or you
yep,
have your health but you're broke.
yep,
This is the perfect combination. You can stay healthy and you can become very wealthy,
yep.
and you're going to help a lot of other people on the same token.
And
Like I say, I know we were talking earlier about like with Fukushima and all the radiation and how you can there's actually a vitamin that will help build up your to get all the radiation out of your body. What
mhm.
was it? What kelp is called, or
Well, there's kelp, and then they've also hooked that to the Ganoderma.
okay?
and,
Well, the
and the
Ganoderma is the mushroom that is the basis of everything
of the all the
we're bragging
products.
about
Yep,
here.
yep,
But
it is, it
oh, by
is.
the
And
way, if you want more information, there's a link below both Ross's video and mine. Just look down below, click on the link, and you can find the products right there, and away you go. So there will be a
you
link
bet.
below
We'll
in
be
the
happy to
description.
help and answer any questions anybody has, and that's what it's about.
But
But no, yeah, this is awesome.
as people help people, that's the secret. There's the health portion, but also too, a lot of people go residual. What is residual? And um, Ross, could you give us an elevator quick explanation of what you
You bet
define
I can.
residual as?
Residual is money that comes in month after month after month, and then the next month for doing something you only do once.
That's almost better than farming.
Yeah,
Actually,
only
it is.
yeah, and, farming you don't just do once. You have to do it
No,
over, over and over and over. But you
you
go
got to
out
do
and
it.
you go out and do it once, you get paid,
Yeah,
and you get paid and rewarded month after month after month for doing what you do once, and it's fun. It's exciting. It can be a little, it can be a lot.
yeah,
Everybody's different, and everybody's got different dreams and different hopes. Um, Different plans and directions in life, and there's a plan for everybody. If you just want to help yourself, you can help yourself. If you want to help a community, you can help a community. The world's the old famous the sky's the limit.
yeah,
It's your choice. It's your dream. Your dream's not my dream. My dreams are the things that I want to do. Your dreams are the things you want to do, and this is a vehicle that allows us to go do the things that we like to go do, and that's where it's fun.
and that's why I really want to try and do this YouTube YouTube chat with you every week, because like I
You
say,
bet.
we're both very technical, and we get on some really good topics, and it's fun. Just we don't have
Where
to
does it go and where does it end up? You got to
we
come
don't have
back next week
our
to
feet
find out.
we don't have our feet nailed to one point where we're stuck. We can move around a bit, and
You
I
bet.
find that's one thing about with Ross, even just talking with you, even when I'm talking, we're planning and stuff, you can keep up with my mind thoughts, my direction and how I'm thinking, because we're both
Hmm.
very, very technical, and we know how to troubleshoot, and
Well,
how
to add to
it's
that,
interesting.
Bruce, we've both been in our fields for 20 plus years,
Yeah,
and we both know the hard work and the extra hours and the headaches that go with it.
yeah.
And we're of the age that we wish we would have started 20 years ago.
Well, I'm
I would.
31, so I'm good.
I know, and well, you know what? Take another 20 back. you know,
Yeah, I hear you. I
if
hear you.
we were smart enough then to get started, like these 20-year-olds are that are coming out now,
Yeah.
that would have just been awesome.
Well,
But we didn't. We
yeah,
were dumb and stupid. We did the usual: go to
yeah,
school, get good grades, get a good job,
yeah,
retire and pay the government, and you'll
yeah.
live. Well, it's not. It doesn't work that way. There is a
See,
better way.
a lot of people don't realize that they teach you in school to become a good employee.
They
So
do,
you
and from day one.
every when you get your paycheck, the government takes their share first. Then what's left over, you live on after you pay your bills and your car, your rent, your food. Now, when you own a business, obviously the business has money. You pay your expenses first. That's a lease on your car, rental of your property, whatever expenses the dinners or lunches you have to go out for. I'm not a CPA, but your expenses first.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you pay your expenses, whatever is left over, then you pay a tax on the profit.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, once they realize the power of owning a business, you can save so much in taxes. And if you're smart, you can, when that money comes in, you invest it first, and you can lease a new car, and you're saving on taxes. There's so many, like I say, being an employee versus being a business owner is a totally different mindset, and
Major difference.
it's changed my life.
Yep.
Just this company has opened our eyes up in so many ways. It's amazing, and the potential is huge.
It is. It is. And the neat thing about companies like this, Bruce, is the owner himself,
Yep.
he's taking care of all that. We don't have to worry about all of those details and all of the buying of the product and all of the other thing.
The
If you got
suppliers
the
and
suppliers and
marketing
everything else,
and
it's all taken care of.
packaging. Yep.
All I got to do is buy the product, move the product, and get paid for the product. And
And
it's kind of like being the middleman.
but also too, you can get paid a little bit more if you mentor a few people under you, and if you mentor them to do the same thing you're doing, you can get paid even more. So as you train others, you can increase your business profits.
And you get rewarded for the training that you do.
It's all about investing in others.
Mm-hmm. And helping others, and that's I think that's a big part missing in today's world, are people helping people.
It's everyone for themselves. Look at rush hour on the main freeway there.
Get out of my way, I want to get home. You know what?
Yeah.
How many hours are lost a year of just commuting?
Yeah,
Thousands.
thousands.
Thousands of hours, and
Yeah.
those are lost hours you will not get back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you will not get those back. So what if you could have those hours and have that time with family, or have that time with vacation spots, or things that you want to go do, or the
Or
things that
have
you
more
like,
time to ride your
your
bike.
dreams, more time to ride your bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a some of those commutes that people do. I used to commute an hour and 15 minutes back in the day.
That's
Man,
2.5 hours, or that's 2.5 hours a day.
2.5 hours a day just to
And
commute to work.
but you get paid for it, right?
No, I did not get paid for it.
I know. Isn't that insane?
Yeah. Now I would much rather have that ride time on a bike.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So, we can talk on forever, but I think we should pause here and just encourage everyone that if you come back, we have more things we're going to talk about next week.
You bet.
And like I say, there's no guarantee where we're going to go. We're going to start here, and who knows where it's going to go.
You bet. And come back and find out. We want you to come. We want you to bring your friends. We want it to build, and we want it to grow, and we want it to be a fun time of information, details, and just a you know what, something that can be on that can give you value and
Yes.
increase. If we can help you in your life and your process, we'll be happy to do that.
And in this video, please like, share, and invite others to come and watch our video. The more likes and shares we have, the better. So please get the word out that these poor two people, one of us has an accent. Please put your comment below which one. We're not sure. And we don't know how that works. But thank you for watching, and we thank you for staying to the end. But
Come
please
back next week.
Come back next week and bring some friends with you.
You bet. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you, Ross, for your time.
All righty. Bye-bye.